3, 2, 1.
Right, you're not an idiot.
Are we actually going to have this in the podcast?
Have you got the runs?
Cricket. Bats.
Balls.
And then make like a boing.
Ooh.
I was going to say crisp, but it's tangy, Luke.
It's definitely tangy, Tim.
The bottomless mimosas are flowing, which
Aren't they
can
just?
only mean one thing, Luke.
Yep.
It is semi-finals time here at Simulated Online Cricket, presented by Sporting Woods Podcast. I'm Tim Stanton. Beside me, having a seizure, is Luke Gold, and we have Michael Vilkins
Finals,
in the
baby.
executive suite. Michael, are you taking a liking to those bottomless mimosas?
Yes, I ordered an extra large one, and look at the size. This thing's larger than my head.
Because
Bigger than your human. Not sure what I meant by that.
I could hide behind it. This thing, I don't know how I'm going to drink this.
I'm worried about
Two
the
hands.
stem. Like, whether the stem of the glass will be able to hold such an enormous glass of orange juice and mimosa.
Fuck.
You're going to be there a while. Well, look, we'll cut back to you throughout the night to see how that is going. But Tim, it's finals. They're finally here. We've got the 4 teams. The wild card has been locked and set. The teams, the winners are through. We're here.
it's exciting.
It is. It's exciting
Luke.
times. I got the jumper on. I went out and got this retailored so it fits me properly. It's great.
It looks great.
Thank you. Thank you.
looks great.
You look good too, mate.
Yeah, mate,
Michael,
dressed to the nines.
You could have done a little more. I mean, he's good with that black.
I hit the big time. All my stock's paid off.
So you've gone.
I don't need this anymore.
Right.
You're Zuckerberg. You just
He's-
wear
yeah.
the same thing every day.
He's
now.
just a guy. All right, cool. Well,
I've
good
actually
to-
hired a Michael Vilkins impersonator to come do this very talk right now.
Oh, so the man impersonating Michael
He
Vilkins.
told me not to say that.
I thought you were just asleep behind those glasses.
Yeah. You worried you're going to cut to me? I'll be there like,
That's what the glasses are for. Very clever. Very clever. Well, Tim, we're as we said, we are right here as we bring the screen into big mode here. The Revolution up against the Dogs of Waugh. Mm-hmm. Now, the Dogs of Waugh are lucky to be the wild card after the debacle of Pool 3, but you got to be in it to win it, and they put themselves in that position to get that wild card spot. They're going to take on the Revolution, who had the highest run rate, I believe.
Yep, and
that's right. Yes,
they're undefeated.
undefeated.
It feels like
Oh my
4
God.
months ago that we saw the Revolution, but
We
they
were,
are
we were different people, Tim. We were different people.
And so
Michael didn't have a haircut like that. I mean, look, it is fresh and funky.
$400 haircut. I got the cash.
We'll have to find out more about that throughout the get off it, all right? So the Revolution, they're playing the Dogs of Waugh tonight in a chance at a finals berth.
grand final.
Grand
berth.
final berth. Now, neither team has played grand final cricket.
That's correct.
Before. So we will begin for the ETC, of course, playing the mid-thanks. So in the next semi-final, they're looking for a three-peat. Tim,
Well, it's a grand final rematch on the other side.
it is. It is a grand final
SOCC season
rematch.
2.
You're
That's
right.
correct.
So big game coming up tomorrow. But for tonight, we've got the Revs and the Dogs of Waugh. I don't think there's much more to say. Is there, Timmy?
No, I just want to point out the Revolution have been, the front runners. Obviously, LT Grey Chino's 2-time defending champions,
Yep.
but the Revolution
The
have always
two-time.
been one of the top teams on paper all throughout. Now is their opportunity, but don't count out the Dogs of Waugh. They have been perennial underdogs and have always overachieved in this competition. New sponsorship,
Yep.
all of that sort of stuff. They were very unlucky not to top the international pool, but with that superior net run rate, I reckon they come in quietly confident to knock off
Cheeky
the Revolution.
Smoky.
Well, I think
5-0.
I think the AGC pool
Yeah.
is quite poor compared to the international pool. I think.
Okay, you think that's a
the
stronger
Dogs
pool.
of War might be a bit more battle hardened.
Okay.
Whereas the Revolution just kind of waltzed
Cruise through.
So
Had it in third gear.
haven't really been fully tested.
Okay.
What better way to be tested up against the perennial underdogs, the Dogs of War, in semi-final action?
Fantastic. Love all of that. So let's get stuck into it. So we can see it's pretty close overall. 85 over 84 for the Rev. But in the batting, bowling, and fielding, it's all aces for the Dogs. So again, the game just fucking with us.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's very interesting, especially for the overall scores are interesting, but like the Revolution are undefeated.
Yep.
And the Dogs definitively defeated, basically. Like,
Yeah, they went 2
you know,
and
a
2.
miracle
2.
they've made it into the clubhouse.
Well, that
Well, I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
Out of the doghouse.
doghouse, yeah.
There you
Good,
go.
good gear. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. So, what will we be wearing for these? As long as these jerseys, and I don't think there's going to be any type of
I
clash.
think we
there.
try and keep traditional as purpose. Can
I've
we
got to
just
say, I like those shoes, if that's what you were about to mention. I like the
Virad.
spats.
the big. They're very shiny. There.
What should I wear, coach? Dress shoes and spats. Yellow spats.
Can we have a quick look at the?
Michael's got a new word. We're realizing that.
Can we have a quick look at
Spatting Woods.
Spatting
the Dogs of War away jersey just to see
Just
if
have a
there's
quick look.
any better?
Woohoo!
No, I prefer the
Yeah,
blue.
yeah.
that
They're in
makes
the
more
the
sense.
traditional dogs colors,
Yeah.
so we'll keep it.
I really
as that.
like that.
The
And
rocks,
again,
rocks in the building.
new sponsorship, The Rock, Hove. Hove. Don't forget, we'll be Hoven. Hashtag Hove.
There's hashtag
throughout this match.
If you need something electrically contracted, go see the boys at
The Rock. The Rock.
The Rocks. All right.
All right,
Good
let's
stuff.
get into the team lineups. Luke.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So this is the team that the Revolution are going to be playing. Well.
Say no more.
Well.
Top of the list. Top of the list.
Let's just skate on
The
by.
dirty dog.
It's old
Dirty
news.
dog.
The dirty dog.
How is the
Oh,
mistress
how is
Tim
it?
Payne?
Tim
will
Payne.
Open the batting.
The batting.
Opening the batting's
Redemption
been a big problem for him lately.
The redemption story has
Keep it
been
zipped
set.
up.
Wow.
How could we possibly forget
My
Tim,
God.
disgraced Australian Test captain Tim Payne?
He gets a run.
Still fronted in Revolution colours. He will wicket keeping and open the batting for the Revolution. What a story this would be.
That's one of the all-time greats, Tim. Let's take it through. Colin Munro opening the batting with the big dirty bird himself, Tim Payne. Joe Denley in at 3. Moeen Ali, the redemption story continues for Moeen Yeet. Yeet. The big
Yeet
Yeet Raval. The silent J. Yeet Raval in at 5. The big hard dick. The
MVP
candidate. Hard Dick Pandya in at 6. Liam Dawson. I don't have anything funny to say about that name. It's a bit boring. 8. Adil Rashid. Rahul Chahar.
One of the cult heroes
Hero.
earlier on in
That's
the
right.
competition.
Chahar. In at 10, the big Pat Cum. In at 11, the big Jaspam.
The big bum.
The big bum. And Tim Seifert will be running the drinks. Tim, take us through the doggies.
The Dogs of War sponsored by Rock Electrical. Hove. They line up like this. Johnny Bairstow and David Miller open the batting.
Bairstow.
Virat Kohli in at 3. Zaha and Carey, they're 4 and 5. Middle order there. Daryl Mitchell in at 6. Jason Holder in at 7. Kumar at 8 will bowl second. Rashid Khan, he's the wild card for me in this
Absolutely.
wild card team. He's the player to look out for. Kyle Jamieson in at 10 and Mitchell Stark, redemption
left
story
arm.
for him in at 11. Brathwaite, a known T20 hero for the West Indies,
Carlos.
unlucky to miss out.
Remember
for
the
Dogs
name
of
as
War.
they run drinks.
That's right. Okay.
That's right.
Umpires today, Luke. Who are you feeling?
Oh, dear. Well, look, it is finals time.
So we've got to have the best.
We want the best. We're just going to have a quick flick through here. I think we want to keep them with the new ones because we've got on these guys. They went all the way, Tim, to getting the tattoos. So I'm going to go with Stand By Your Man and Jolene.
Sometimes it's hard to call a wicket. Giving all your gloves to just one hand.
Oh, stop it.
But if you love... Okay, yeah, no, okay, fine.
All right, we're going to end that right there.
It's dinger weather out on the field today. 25 clouds in the sky. Wind going directly up at 44 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Bad day to be wearing a kilt or a skirt.
Yes. And it's a shame the Dinger Swingers
Multiple
didn't
reasons.
make it because, like you
This
said,
is
this
They are
ultimate
outside
weather.
cursing the sun, cursing the weather on this glorious, glorious Brisbane day,
Having a go at
which is
the
where
sun.
Sporting Woods Superdome is located. Brisbane? It's Brisbane.
I mean,
Say that? It was an undisclosed location.
yeah, but now I guess it's in the suburbs of Brisbane. Sure. Maybe Brisbane, Wisconsin.
Yeah, there
Brisbane,
you go.
Wisconsin.
That's right. Brisbane, Wisconsin.
Allegedly.
Everything's an allegation.
That's why, even though the games air live at night, it's sunny out.
Yep,
That's
that's it. There you
must
go.
be it.
There you go.
We're in Wisconsin.
Well, let's get into it, Luke.
Go
So
Bucks.
This first semi-final matchup between the Revolution and the Dogs of Waugh, sponsored by RSC Electrical.
It's
Hove.
finally here.
It is finally here, Hove. We are contractually obliged
Oh man, we really are.
to Hove.
The boys at Rock give us discounts on electrical work if we hove.
And also proud sponsors of Sporting Woods in general.
Oh, the behind the back.
Oh, the flick
And
pass.
the rare, front sweep batting. Just the front pull-down lever.
Oh man,
Proud
I'm gonna miss SOCC 3. This has been a strong season, boys.
Oh,
We've
these
got 3
mimosas
games to
hitting
go.
early.
Three
Yep,
games to
that's
go.
it.
Proud sponsors.
You ever seen Australia wear that jersey?
No, never.
Ever.
I think it's a darker green way back when, but not ever like that.
That,
ever.
yeah.
Anyway, we
let's
digress.
what are we going to do? OSBC have got a market on Sniff the Bales or the
Proud
Balls Road. What do you
sponsors of
reckon?
Sporting Woods.
Yeah,
OSBC.
over-unders.
My heart says the Bales will be sniffed.
I'll say,
okay, we're gonna
I'll
go-
say
It's the
no
grand
sniffing.
finals.
Say no sniff.
I'll
I'm
say
gonna,
no
I'm going to
sniff.
say sniff as we had a quick Mo and Ali backhanded right there. And it will be no sniff.
No sniff.
No sniff. Oh, all those that had sniff. Too bad. The sponsors
Now,
here.
proud sponsors of the final series as well. Imagine Brewing, of
Yes,
course.
yes,
They've
of
come along with a
Rops.
Tiara Time Twist Top
Yeah. Oh, yes.
lager.
Get on the twisties.
So the Tiara Time Twist, because we will be crowning a champion. So
That's right.
thank you to Imagine Brewing Tiara Time Twist Tops.
Our friends in the podcast world will be loving that one. So, the Cricket Cup, we are right here for the Sporting Woods Simulated Online Cricket Cup.
Grand final.
Well, this is not the
This is
grand
the
final.
first semi.
Semi-final.
Grand final preview match.
It's not even that. We've got another game to go. Far out, man.
I suppose it is one.
It's
preview
one
of them.
half
Yeah,
of... I guess all
half
of the games have been a game preview of the grand final in that case. That doesn't count.
All I'm hearing is I'm right. Oh, the officials watching over this one.
That's right. They're keeping an eye on that steady eye.
Standing
after
in descending order of height,
Again,
as
always
is
good
our
to see.
preference.
The Revolution have won a very important toss here.
I think the low-key alphas, they're going to bat first and say, chase these
Dab of
cats down.
sunscreen on each ear.
And they're going to bat. You're absolutely the
As
hard
predicted.
dick. The big hard dick. He knows what he wants, and he wants to have a bat.
Well
He's going to
said.
throw Tim Payne in.
Straight away.
Straight in. For that. Oh,
This
no.
is going to be fun.
It's
Luke.
going to be.
I'm excited.
It's going to be so fun.
Yes.
Here we go. We're going to see if he can catch it this time.
Whoa.
What are the odds he's going to catch it?
Catch it.
Yeah,
Hey.
good odds. Good odds. We see the floppies.
Lose money every time that
Yeah,
happens.
you really should. They were due. You bet against them. Forget it. Looking at these jerseys, it's just a nice reminder of how the jersey, they did well this season.
And the pageantry. And I'll
It's the old one. Very good, Luke. Very good.
And here we see the spat attack.
That's the Scat Bros on the front. That's not Spat, Michael.
Scat Bros, proud
Oh
sponsors.
yeah, that's much better.
Poo
Yeah,
Jeans,
and Poo
Scat
Jeans
Jar,
as well,
and
and-
LA Ice.
Blue Jean
Rip-
baby. LA Ice man.
Actually, that's pretty good. As we see, oh, here we go. Trying something different for a change.
Wow.
We're going to hit a 4 through
Final
the covers.
seasons do away with the boring first ball.
And Tim Payne smacks that all the way through the covers. The Star are a major sponsor of the rock team here. It's and the Ben Shapiro show.
Don't forget the Ben Shapiro show.
I forgot about the Ben Shapiro
Proud
on the
sponsors
undies.
of the Dogs of Waugh. Ben Shapiro, here's why you're wrong. Well, Tim Payne looking for redemption early here. He's going to put this team on his back and ride into the sunset potentially with the Revolution.
This is going to be the straightest bat we have ever played. A call, I feel, in relation to a few things. But Colin Munro here, first chance at the bat, and he's going to just chop that into the offside there for no run. None for 5 off the first 3. Tim, a few jitters perhaps, a few nerves. You would be nervous at this point. You've played finals cricket now a few times, your team. Do the nerves ever go away?
Oh, so we see a play and miss there. Luke, great question. The nerves don't go away, but
Yeah.
I've said this many times across all 3 seasons. One thing we stress at the El Tigre Chinos is having your tournament moment.
Yeah.
Your Marcus Stoinis's, your Usman Khawajas in seasons past. That's what we want out of our players.
It's a lovely fields job there. And
A great fields job, Luke. Yes. I want to bring Michael Vilkins in if you're there, Michael. What is the atmosphere in the crowd like? I know you're in the executive
lounge,
suite,
yes.
but... Well, that's flicked away. That'll be 4 runs.
I am
Munro
happy
off
to
the
tell you that even from up here, I can hear the crowd, and the smell in the air is, and I know this doesn't make sense, electric.
The smell is
electric.
You can
down here.
smell the static
That's
rubbing
it.
off
My hair
crowd
is
members.
standing on end.
Wow. Oh, as seen.
Smeals Electric.
And Kumar in for the second over here.
Shock me like an electric smear. Hello.
Tim Payne on strike.
The dishwasher is Smeal.
After his fast start there, just a couple of uppish shots for both players here. Regulation field here for T-Pain.
And that'll just be the 1 run there. Pulled out into the deep. I'm really
Square leg?
trying here. I'm really trying,
yeah.
Tim.
Yeah,
I'm
pulled
really trying.
Well, how about we talk about our another final series sponsors, Online Sports Betting Company,
Yes.
after this ball.
Shot.
Oh, Munro.
Getting into the action here with a big uppish over extra cover drive. Couple of bounces. That'll be 4. Sponsored by Buttcombe Brewing. And stand by you, man. He's loving that. Good to see.
Oh,
Michael, we're going to bring you in here.
Yes. How can I help?
That's right.
I had the ping.
Analysis,
Here I am.
insight on the
Someone
game.
said, I wanted an insight, mate.
Well, look, all I've really got is that there's a team owner of the Dogs.
Timono. Didn't he play NRL?
A team owner
Oh.
of the Dogs, and Dano is his name-o. D-A-N-E-O. D-A-N-E-O. Hello?
Yeah.
D-A-N-E-O, and Dano is his name-o.
Okay, good. Good insight there, Mike.
There's a team owner of the Dogs, and Dano is his name-o. A-N-E-O. A-N-E-O. A-N-E-O, and Dano is his name-o.
Thank you,
We'll
Michael.
tune back in for the rest of this bit.
Throughout
4 more letters to go.
this Wisconsin heat, Michael's losing his mind. Unbelievable.
I was going to say we'll bring... Oh, well, here's my wild card.
here he
Here's
is.
my money, man.
Cut the
Rashid-
brakes.
That's not very PG.
What?
What?
Rubbing the ball all over his
Always try to strike him there and get an LBW, but he's up to the task, the old T-Pain.
The intent is there.
Yes, big intent. Hashtag
A consensual
big
intent
That's right.
from both Munro and
right.
Tim Payne.
Oh, we're getting cancelled, boys.
Right on the toe of the bat, but enough strength and muster to get over the field 4 runs. And that boundary is sponsored by proud sponsors, Tim's Good Food. They got their accreditation back.
Good for
Try
them.
them out again. Tim's Good Food.
Sounds like the caption he put on the photo that he...
Stop it. Stop.
Allegedly. See what were we? So what?
This
what we
is
were,
too much.
So let's explain. What we were trying to do is not say, and then what Michael has done
sorry.
is actually
Yeah,
say.
good and overtly done the thing
And that's
we
a
were planning
terrible
on not
wrong
doing.
one from Tim Payne. And that boundary sponsored by proud sponsors KP Tilt Trays. If you need your tray tilted, you go see the boys at KP Tilt Trays.
You're right, Tim. I should go back to Dano gear. Noted.
Good to know. Good to know.
And Virat not
Now,
happy
there's the
there.
man who sends dick pics.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry. It's the finals. I'm drinking some of this Wisconsin juice.
And that's all.
We're going to find out if it's going to be Wisconsin for the Revolution today.
Ooh,
Good gear.
That's better gear. Go in that direction. Christ.
Stop calling me.
And again, poor delivery over the top. 4 runs, and that boundary is sponsored by favourite sponsors
proud
of Sporting Woods podcast, Borange. If you need something that rhymes with orange, you better believe it's Borange. Michael.
Can confirm it does rhyme, Tim.
It's great to know. Thanks, Mike. Look, Tim, we've got a few overs under our belt here now. It's 0 for 26 after 3 after this ball. 12 off the over so far. And a dot there to finish the over. None for 26 off 3. Not a bad start for the Revolution. They're setting a platform to work their way into this innings, perhaps, and blow through the simulation. As we see that 4.
Beautiful
Wow, that's
shot.
a beautiful cover.
You know
drive
what?
there.
This just
Beautiful.
goes to the mentality of the Revolution. Let's alpha these guys
Yeah.
out of the game,
Yeah.
demoralize them.
Yeah.
I put some question marks on the middle order of the Dogs of War.
Okay.
Their strong top order, obviously. Bairstow up the top there.
Bairstow.
And Coley, of course, one of the best batsmen in the game. But this is a definite tactic from the Revolution. Beautiful
That's a good return
check
ball.
swing there.
Especially as well, we say, low-key alphas. I mean, that was a cover drive along the carpet. They're going to do it with a bit of panache, but in a tasteful way.
Oh, definitely. We've seen it already. Just all shots have been classy. No edges, no nothing like that. And that's their mentality.
Oh, was that one?
As soon as I said that.
That's a better ball. That's an absolute sensational ball. Remember the apparel jersey sponsors for the Dogs of War? It's KT26. It's the Dunlop
Dunlops.
boys, the Kmart Dunlop boys. So
Glad to have them on board.
yeah, there's this one. That's a
beautiful
gorgeous shot. Is it going to stop in the deep? It will be out on the boundary. That's fantastic work out there. Saves 2 runs. Very well done. So they actually, the fun story, because they went and shopped at Kmart. They actually spent more money. They got that discounts, and they were able to then spend their money on getting beer. That's what got him over the line.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be
this
close.
has gotta be close.
That's out. Yes.
And given. Well, there's no question about that. That is plumb as a mother. Kumar gets the breakthrough. They're going to have a think about it. Bat may be the only thing that keeps him out there.
No. Colin
Munro
Munro, he
goes.
knows. Tim Payne knows when something's been hit. And it's struck on the front, and there you go. That is that. He's gone. I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard not to say something that I'm just getting completely flustered. So
the K in Kmart stands for Coley then.
that's right. Yes, the Mart stands for Kevin Martin.
Okay. And the long handle from Denley, he's come out. He's been given a license here. Tim Payne's got the green light. But Joe Denley, he's not mucking around either. 4 off that first ball there. Kyle Jamieson in here for the 4th over.
4th over?
No, it's the 5th. 1 for
T-Pain.
36 after for the Revolution. This is the all-important
This is close.
5th over.
Oh, what a shot. He's lifted that over the top of their backward point, and that'll be 4 runs. And there's Jolene, sponsored by Gillette, the best a man can get. He loves what he sees.
Again, this is just a quintessential textbook Revolution match so far. We've seen this time and time again from this side.
Oh, man. Just the 1 run. Traditional. Would you say he's meant to hit the ball down there, Tim?
I think he
More
meant
of that
it.
ODI shot?
You could see the fact that the third man was a bit wider than usual.
You think he was trying to
He was
just guide it a
trying
little?
to, but he probably got
a
too
bit too
much
much
of
on it. Yeah.
Too alpha, even.
Well, good run rate. 9.5 so far. Oh, nice diving save there. Short cover there. Not necessary, but it's nice to see that they're
Again,
showing off
this-
a bit of flair.
This competition has been built on pageantry. So
you're right.
great to see that flair brought into the semi-final action here.
Run rate 9.11. Just pointing it out.
Let's just brush over that
Luke's
as well.
skating with disaster this whole episode. Do you think it's going to be difficult for the Revolutions to remain low-key alphas if they win the big cup?
I think that's what makes them low-key alphas, is that they will be able to... Oh, there was a bit of swing there.
Well, I mean, like, are they just
be able
going
to
to
do
play
it.
it off like it ain't no thing? 'Cause
Well, we've seen-
I don't really respect that. It's a
You
big deal.
want bottles popped.
Yeah.
You want
Yeah,
the
right.
Penrith Panthers. You want allegations.
You want trophies broken.
I just want a bit of respect shown to the tournament
geez,
and the gravity of the
The gravitas.
magnitude of winning.
Well, that brings
was a
us to
great ball.
the end of the 5th over. Unlucky not to get a wicket there on the
Yeah,
last
that
ball.
was what do they call it?
Well played out.
Yeah, no, you chop. What's the word?
I don't know. You're the one talking about
I'll
it.
think about it later.
1 for 42 from the 5 overs. As Michael, we've got some surprise sponsors here in the final series for the simulations.
Yes, for the final simulations, every simulation and Just T Music Mashup is brought to you by Sporting Woods Podcast. So, for the...
So we're the sponsors?
Yes, we are the sponsors, and we're
About
sponsoring
time.
them with,
Yeah.
like, various interactive features.
Okay.
The marketing team has not read through the brief.
Wouldn't, Michael, just quickly, wouldn't multiple features be... no, a single feature would be a footcher. Like a
I mean,
foot.
that's on
Feet.
Michael Vilkins' level.
Feet, foot.
Yeah, no.
Never mind.
What have
So
you,
anyway-
what have you got for us, Michael?
We've got letters from the audience
Okay.
after the simulation. This one comes from a Tim
Oh.
from Peshawar in Pakistan. And Tim
we're
writes...
where are we
An
then?
expat. Number
Number
one
sports news podcast in Pakistan?
Allegedly.
I think that's a true one.
So he writes, Dear Sporting Woods, blah, 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 blah. His question is, if you could replace Michael with any Australian sports star, who would you pick?
Oh, great question.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
And a great little insight to the thought process of the Sporting Woods podcast listeners.
Yeah, look,
Thinking like, who can we get to replace Vilkins?
it's what the people
Thanks.
want.
That's what
Thanks,
the people
Tim.
want.
It's what the people want.
Just
I
quick
mean-
fire answers.
Yeah, quick fire answers.
Well, I think Mr. Cricket. I choose Mike
I
Hussey.
vote Kathy Freeman.
Ooh,
Kathy Freeman's a good choice.
I'm torn.
Oh, yeah, because you hate... never mind.
Australia.
People with the last name Freeman. He doesn't like Morgan.
Does it have to be
No
Australian?
Martin.
It does specify Australian sports
Australian.
star.
Okay, well, I mean, who else but SK Warren?
Oh, you want
what a
the
choice.
big Keith.
Yeah, if I keep it cricket, I think SK Warren.
You've
just
gone-
to
you've
listen
gone-
to him talk about cricket, not about the pot and all the birds.
Yeah.
Listen to him talk about cricket.
See,
Absolutely love
well, that's
that.
why I'm choosing Mr. Cricket, but then I'm not having to put up with the pot and all the birds.
Well, you know, you
BS.
never know what might
Who
happen.
did you pick, Luke? Sorry?
Mike Hussey.
Michael Hussey.
Hussey.
Right. Yes.
All right.
Keeping it in the Michael genre.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're allowed one Michael. I just want to make sure that
Okay.
quota
No,
is.
Michael.
Well, thank you, Tim. Thank you for the question. Hope that answers it.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Tim.
Write into sportingwoodspodcast@gmail.com and listen to the podcast Sporting Woods.
Luke, your thoughts on the first 5 overs here in the first semi-final?
Nervous. Tim? No.
So I had time to take my
No.
Tiara Time twist tops.
You got to get that
Sponsored
Tiara
by
Time
Imagine
twist top.
Broom.
The TTs. Yeah, look, I think it's going quite well, I'd say, for the Revolution. They've set the platform. They lost the wicket there. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar taking that one of Colin Munro. But I think they're in a pretty good spot. We've seen the big Dick, Hard Dick, do quite well in the back end of the innings. It's just a matter of whether or not he can sustain that going through. But yeah, look, I think they're in the box seat. But you never know with the doggies either. They're never out of it. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't know. This could go either way.
I think
It's early on.
the interesting tactic of only bowling Mitchell Stark 1 over
Yeah,
to
might help.
start with. So maybe he might get 2 in the middle during the simulation here. And again, I think if you know there are limitations in simulated online cricket. One of them is batting order. I think the Hard Dick, the MVP candidate, might want to probably go up to 4 if these guys get a roll on
through.
and really sock it
Cement,
to the Dogs of
No
War.
pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. The Dogs of War, sponsored by RAC Electrical Hove. So yeah, let's see. I think we're going to see a successful simulation here for the Revolution. I just don't like how this game has started.
Well, let's find out. Tim, take it away.
Luke, begin the semi-final simulation.
Oh, okay. Well, Joe Denley has gone on with it, 62 off 45.
So they managed to get through most of the simulation unscathed. So
And for the best part, Tim Payne got out for 44, so we can move on. And Moeen Ali is now given a chance with the bat. 2 for 126. It's a few runs on the board, but it's not. You really want to be hitting that 135, 140 is a good score after the simulation.
well, remember in
You're
the
in a
sporting,
decent spot, but
Yeah.
you're not just there yet.
remember in the Sporting Woods pool, Luke, we saw 200 broken 3 times.
4 times.
3 or 4 times.
4
even.
times.
So, it's interesting that how the other teams are fared. And he's bowled him! Joe Denley Mitchell Starc, it's a master stroke here by
bit
Dogs
of
of Waugh,
outswing.
sponsored by RSC Electrical, the Hove. And a crucial 16th over wicket there. Joe Denley departs for 62 from 46.
He's not happy with that one, is he? 4 sixes in that innings. That was a big one for them. And look, he's put him in a good spot, but that brings Yeet, the soft J himself, Yeet Reval, to the crease. He's going to have to go and go quick.
Well, they're both going to go, but again, they've got the MVP candidate,
right.
the
They've
big,
got the big
hard
dick.
dick.
The big hard dick.
Still to
Shot.
come.
Oh, is this going to beat the man there? It will beat him. Goes to his left of extra cover. That'll be 4 runs.
Intention early
Yeah.
again.
I think you
already,
got to.
It already looks like they feel as if they're behind this run rate.
Yes.
Yeats come out and immediately hit a boundary off Mitchell Starc. I mean, that's a high risk.
Reward, especially with that field. They're
Exactly.
very spread. He's gone leg side this time. He's chipped it up into the air. It's going to fall short of the man. Oh, what a great throw from the outfield there, straight onto the stumps.
The intensity feels like it's picked up out there,
Oh, for
Michael.
sure.
Are you picking anything
Tension.
up in the
cut it with a
executive
knife.
suite?
Michael?
Michael, you there?
Yes, Tim. Sure am.
Well, we will cut back to you once
You wake up.
Once you've had a... okay, yeah. He's down.
The
He's
mimosas.
already down here. The mimosas have got to him, Tim. These Wisconsin juice.
The Wisconsin.
The
Jew.
WJs.
Last ball here in the 16th over. Ooh, genuine edge there from Moen Ali. Now, he's been Roxall Diamonds, but was a big player in last season's competition. So,
Yes.
he's done it before, Luke.
Wouldn't be the first time, Tim. Jason Holder here. He's bowled well. For his 2 overs, 1 for 18. He's going to say that field out all back on the leg side, so he's going to be looking to bowl short and try and get him pulling, which is what Yeet has done there. And just the 1 run. I think if they can just keep the singles rolling over, they'll put themselves in a half-decent spot. Run rate just over 8 and over.
See, that's smart. But it's up to the batsman here to pick the gaps and try and get the 2s,
Yep.
or at least make some room for themselves here, Luke.
Well, the 2
You know,
new batsmen
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
crease.
It's hard. Put the pressure on and say, if you're going to try and get some boundaries here, you're going to have to hit over the top on the offside. So expect the ball, the line, on or just outside leg stump. Well, he's tried to pull that, but he has picked the
got
gap
all of
loop.
it. What a
and
shot.
That brought
That
to
was
you
outside
by
off stump.
Tasty Treats.
Yep. The big tasty treats, ta-ta, and the tasty treats.
Match
this.
made in heaven.
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. One question I'll ask you.
Tata tasty treats.
Yeah.
Oh, as Michael has
The
woken
Tata
up,
T, the
woken up.
TTTS.
The TTTS.
Very good. What also will be a benefit for us here in the combox is if this is the line that they're looking to bowl, there is a chance that the FUVs might even go off, Tim.
Yes, the well-priced family SUVs.
That's right. They're in the right spot.
Again, our friends at OSBC, they've put out $10,000.
That's right. The Big 10
They've money incentive. That's just.
squared him up. It's all right. Just the 1 run again.
I don't know if the Revolution are going to be happy with this sort of run rate.
Noodling. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think everybody really, if you're not either fan of either of these teams, I think everyone's kind of, you go for the dogs.
Oh, 100%.
They're the underdogs.
Underdogs.
Underdogs of war.
Sponsored by RSC Electrical. Hove. You can get them one.
Michael's got a chin-up bar.
It's the executive street. What's the... Yeah!
Oh, been working out. We got that installed for you, mate. That's very
Yes,
good.
I've actually just accidentally glued my hand up. I thought it would make it easier, but it has not.
This is a fun bit
If you
for
could
you.
cut away from me, we will get the bar uninstalled.
Okay. Well,
Work is
we'll
coming.
leave that with Mike. That, Mike,
You still there?
they're coming, mate. They're coming.
They're coming.
They're coming for you.
I can't hurry him up.
As we see Mitchell Starc come in for his last over here, so he's not going to bowl the 20th.
I think that's the right idea.
I have to agree with you,
Short him
Luke.
down.
If they can take another wicket here, it does bring in the hard dick, but he doesn't have a lot of time to launch. So
That's it.
would put a bit of pressure on him as well. So really good bowling here post-simulation from the Dogs of War.
If we see a full bunger, but it will beat the man. There you go. That'll be 4 runs through that extra cover region again. And yeah, he's gonna looking for that outside off stump Yorker, and he's just missed his line there in length. And that's got what it deserved, a low full toss. Oh dear. Those mimosas, am I right?
I know. Well,
Oof.
Michael's still on track to finish the world's largest mimosa by the end of this game. They might look for 2 here. No, it's just
That was
held
a
up.
mistimed cover drive, that one.
I thought it obviously slowed down after the insanely large pitch square.
Yes, yeah. Look, they've got lots of decks just in case. Yeah.
Clap, clap, NEO. Clap, clap, NEO. Clap, clap, NEO. And
Oh, geez, now that has hit him. Struck him on the pads.
This has to
That's
be
a full
out.
toss.
What's happening?
Oh!
Well, hang on a minute.
Stand by him, man.
At least, I mean, surely
They've got to
he's
have
hit
to
it.
go upstairs. He has
Surely
to
he's
have hit it.
Gee, is he tall or the
Yes.
other short?
Now, this might come back to bite the Dogs. I think this has got to have been bat, surely.
Oh, it's pitched outside. Hit
Well,
outside.
there you go. Wow, umpire's call.
So
Jeez.
hit
It would have been
outside
not out
the
anyway.
line of off stump.
Yeah, I'll pay that. That's not close enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's good umpiring.
Great umpiring there from, was that Jolene or Stan?
Stand by, man.
Stand by, man. He may feature in the final.
Outswinging ball again.
Oh,
Or
that's-
in-swinging. Outswinging.
At such a crucial moment in the game, Luke, that could have turned the tide. There's 2 overs remaining.
Huge.
The Revolution 3 for 149 from their 18 overs so far. Now, this one they should look for 2.
They're not going to get
No,
it. It's just
poor
one.
running. Well,
They're
it's
going up in ones, Tim.
yeah, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Again,
Choked him out a little here.
I have said that I question the middle order of the Dogs of War, but you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Oh, goodness, no. And this one, one bounce to the man out in the offside. Yeah, look, they've got the bowling stocks, the Revolution do, but it's just a question of whether or not they're going to be able to defend a total that is looking, you'd hope, that 170 if you're a Revolution supporter. Oh, that's got to be
this has
close.
to be out.
That look plumb, but they're... Oh, he's making sure of it. Jolene says no.
Well, they have
Now,
to
this has
review.
got it. Yeah, Jason Holden has to know whether or not, and they are not going to review.
What's happened here?
Jeez, maybe they're seeing something we're not here, Tim. But this looks like it's gonna
Pitch outside off. And
umpire's
again,
call.
hit outside. Well,
Wow.
that is
Huge.
two crucial decisions that go against the Dogs of War. The implications of this could be massive.
Potential on the take, even. But no, there were umpire's
They
call.
were umpire's
They were
call,
umpire's
and
call.
that's totally fine.
Yep.
Oh, but you'd have to be dirty.
Jeez, you'd be filthy, Tim.
But it's important because this is knockout cricket.
Yes.
It's important to not dwell on those
That's right.
moments, Luke.
You got to move on.
And you've got to move on, and you've still got to execute your plan.
That's right.
Because we know the Revolution don't ever rest. They will always come at you. Beautiful shot.
Yeah. Looking for that line again, that LBW ball. Just the one run. Oh, is that one? The ball goes through his stomach.
That is some incredible fielding, I must say.
Yeah, Mike, I see we've had the pole removed. So,
Yep.
that's good. They've got your hands all sorted out.
Do they ever?
What's that even? Never mind.
Cries for catch it, but he might have picked
I
the
think
gap
he's pierced
here.
the gap again. Yes.
4 runs.
4
Rowan
runs.
Alley looking to get a move on here as we head
Beautiful
into the
off
final over.
Do you think they're going to see 200 here?
No.
No, it's the last over.
Come on, Mike. Pull your finger out of your ass.
You know.
Well, we did see the Mad Kents, I said Kents, take, 28 off 8 to win in the regular season against. And Daryl Mitchell coming in for his first over. The tactics of Mitchell Stark bowling out early have cost them here.
Just need 43 this over.
They frightened me at a dot ball from the relative unknown 120. He's a guy, Tim. He's just
literally
a guy.
just a guy. The Josh Hodgson impersonator, Daryl Mitchell himself.
Yeah, he's just lobbing them outside off stump, and if this gets cut off in the deep, it's great. Yes. No. What?
No, it is cut off.
It's been cut off, and it will just be 2. They thought about a third. No, just 2. 3 off the over so far. This is taking onions.
Oh, 100%.
From the skipper of the Dogs of Waugh here.
It could all come down to this again.
Onions.
The tactics
do,
of
yeah.
bowling Stark have cost them here. But it
Another
seems to be
slow
working
ball,
so
a
far,
slow
Luke.
ball, just the one. They've taken the pace off, but not giving. Oh no!
Oh,
no!
no! That is the
5
last thing you want to
runs.
happen.
Costly runs there. 4
All of a sudden,
What
overthrows.
is going on?
200 looking more likely.
No,
For
and
Michael, the 200 is still on. It's a poor throw from the.
and just no backup.
No.
that boundary was sponsored by Pucker Pies. Can you dig it, Pucker? Oh, no.
This is just going to be. No, it'll be 4 runs.
Well, Luke.
Oh,
The pressure valve has been released. I mean, yes, it's late in the innings, but
that's
a
is
9-10 run turnaround there, Luke. It could be crucial in this
not
knockout
wrong.
semi-final.
Oh, he's got the bowler rattled here. Has the big yeet. 31 off 15.
And that's a wide.
Yep, that's a wide. He's had 12 taken off the over so far. 2 to go. 170. He's back on the cards.
It's not only back on the cards, it's here.
Oh, the burps are in too, Tim.
3 for 170 as we approach
These
the
TTs.
final ball of the Revolution innings here. Moen Ali on strike to Daryl Mitchell. 3 for 170.
3 for 170. It's just a callback to one of the
Earlier episode.
couple of episodes ago.
Don't call it a comeback. And that'll be the end. Just a 1 run off the last ball. Oh, wow. A mixed bag for both teams there, Tim.
Yeah, they started off well, the Revolution, but the Dogs of War able to peg it back in the post-simulation overs. Credit to Mitchell Stark in that 16th over. That kind of set them up for their final 5 overs. And now it's up to the top order of the Dogs of War to get through.
That's right.
So we have reached that halftime point, Luke. It is time for the Juzzy T Music Mashup as we bring in Michael Vilkins for today. Juzzy T Music Mashup sponsors.
The Juzzy T Music Mashup sponsors today are Sporting Woods Facts.
That's us.
That's us here.
We did it.
I am going to tell you a random fact. Truly random. We've got a couple of different ones here, so some are great and some are not. But here we go. Today's Sporting Woods fact is alternative names for Sporting Woods included, hey, do you smell sports? Sporting Woods facts.
Oh, so that there was only one.
That's just one of the alternate names.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So does that mean your other fun facts are going to be alternate names, or you just don't want to tell them?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I think one.
It's just that's one fact.
that was
There
one?
might be a couple other alternative names in here, but you know. it's
Okay,
a
well,
random
we'll
fact.
wait and see. All right. Well, who was the Juzzy? What's the Juzzy T mashup?
Well, Juzzy T has gone in honor of the teams that are playing. So the Revolution's the low-key Alpha Kings, bit of royalty
Yeah.
flavor with Prince.
Okay.
So the lyrics will be Prince's Purple Rain, and the Dogs of War, we could only go with one theme song. The tune will be
Oh no.
the Baha Men
Oh dear.
Who Let the Dogs Out. Prince's Purple Rain, one of the best songs of all time,
Oh my god.
to the tune of one of the worst songs of all time. Who
How
Let the
dare
Dogs Out.
you? I mean, how does it even go? No, but then the chorus is like the lyrics. Yeah. That's the one I'm going to go for. All
I think
right.
that's you and me, Tim.
That's your job. All right, ready? So, oh my god. Yeah. I never meant to cause you any sorrow.
Yippee-yi-yo.
I never meant to cause you any pain.
Hey, hey, hey.
I only want to time
Yippee-yi-yo.
to see you laughing.
Hey, hey, ooh, shout out.
Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain. I only want to see you, bathing in the purple rain. There you go. Oh my god.
An all-time great.
Through the annals of the music mashup. It took
Definitely
all
where
three
that
of
one
us
came
to
from.
get through.
Oh, dear.
As we head back to the cricket, 172
know?
is the target for the Dogs of War, sponsored by ROC Electrical.
Oh.
The Hove. Can they do
Oh,
it?
fuck.
Again, I thought they disassembled it.
It happened again. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, fuck. Can somebody... I'm going to have to call him back.
Oh, well, put the microphone down and then call
We'll
him.
get you the help you need, Michael.
That's it.
As we see... As we see Chahar, Cold's hero of the revolution, he's bowled first over throughout the tournament. They're going to keep with this tactic. A change of pace has seemed to pay dividends for the revolution in the regular season.
Yep. David Funky Miller.
We got the funk.
We've got the funk.
Damn it.
We got
David's
funk.
got the funk. Yeah, there's legs there.
This thing just chipped on him.
Steve got the funk.
Stop it. No.
We're not
No.
doing that gear.
That's
No.
Steve Smith's funk.
Steve Smith's not playing, eh?
Okay.
All right. Well, that one just
Tim.
had to the bat. So you see Chahar here coming in for his third ball. Number 3 so far.
Tried to go the big
what a
heave
shot.
ho, but it's good enough to make the gap. Will it get
Make
to
all
the
way to
boundary?
It'll
No.
be held up, and they'll look to run 3. They will go. Yeah, they'll get 3.
One of the parts of the game, the Revolution, have always been top-notch in is the fielding. Yes, we saw that they aren't as superior in the field as the Dogs of War, but in game play,
Yeah.
they always seem to be on song in their fielding.
No doubt.
Beautiful.
That's a great cover drive.
Leg break there and a great cover drive. You know what? Just good cricket all round,
Yeah.
and that's what we want to see. We want to see high quality
Yep.
cricket here in the semi-finals of simulated online cricket.
Yes, exactly right.
How's your mimosa? You've been a little
Oh,
bit
man.
quiet on the mimosa, Luke.
I've been trying to work on the... Oh, as we see a reverse sweep here. Just the one run, straight down the man's gullet.
What were you saying?
Well,
you
it's
were
still
gonna be
tangy.
working on? Oh, it's still tangy. As we see the last ball of the first over here. Dr. War off to a decent start, none for 8.
Oh, beats the bat. What a ball. That was a great one. As we see Jasprit Bumrah brought on for his first over, sponsored there by Pooh Jeans and Rip Curl.
I mean, again, a lot of proud sponsors here.
Yeah. Raspberry Races.
The Raspberry Races. Get them in Marbula
What a
1.
shot.
And
Oh,
David Miller
Tim.
with the back foot on
Is there
drive.
a better shot in the game of cricket, Tim?
How many times have we said this throughout tournaments
I don't want to
past?
think about it.
The back foot drive and the on drive, they go
Oh,
to show
shot.
just how
In form.
in form a player is. Now, Bumrah's had a fairly decent tournament himself.
Yep.
And I do like the tactics of leaving Kumbum later
Yes.
in the innings. So Bumrah gets given a license here to take some early wickets.
A little slow ball there, 126.
Just easing into
Yep.
it, perhaps.
Yep, just trying to get that line and length right before we bring in the speed, perhaps.
Well, we haven't seen any injury reports or injury things, so
Oh, you don't think he's
keep an
pulled
eye
anything?
on. Well, let's keep an eye on the pace here early on.
Another slow ball, 136. Hasn't
Oh,
beaten
they
the man.
got for a
Oh, here
run
we
here.
go. Oh, direct hit, and it's all over. He's gone through the stumps, but not with the ball. It was with his legs, Tim.
That was
Oh.
closer than you think, folks.
A cheeky little single there from the Dogs. David Funky Miller. And that one slams into the pads, but well down leg side. Not even enough to have a bit of a shout about.
We have seen Bairstow.
Ooh.
Oh, look at those two-tone floppies. Thank you very much.
Love a good, soft, but firm two-tone floppy.
In that squishy in between.
Oh,
sort of-
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Like, you don't
where-
want it looking,
There's an
uh,
edge there. Jumps third man.
You don't want it looking like brand new.
Well, you don't want it firm.
You've only bought it because it's brand new.
Yeah. Oh,
but
mate.
but you don't want it to look brand new. It's
Yeah,
got to
I
look
mean,
a little set
Can't
in.
afford it, but you bought it.
That's right.
Yeah. They say your attitude determines your latitude as well, Luke.
Do they?
And the attitude of the Revolution seems to be on song here early with a small target to defend.
They say the same thing. They say to accentuate the positive, Tim.
Yes, they do. And that's going to run away for 4. What
Great
a
shot.
shot from David
Great
Miller.
shot.
We gave it no chance.
None
we weren't
whatsoever.
even worried about
We were
it.
busy doing gear.
And then it was too far down the thing. Shout out to Rhymefest and Kanye West. Brand new. Shahar giving a second over here.
Oh, this has gone straight up in the air. This is going to get caught for sure. Is the man going to get back in time? He won't.
No.
He won't. Oh!
What a catch!
The
That is the
revolution
greatest
did not
catch in the
stop.
history of simulated online cricket.
What?
Can we get a replay? Let's have a look at this.
What?
We'll run it through. I mean,
I'm speechless.
this was 6 for all, and
What
then
a goal!
he is horizontal. Shades of Glenn McGrath, Adelaide, 2001.
See you later, Johnny.
Johnny Bairstow,
Bairstow.
Liam Dawson.
That's where you're wrong, Johnny.
Now, we talk about tournament
Wow.
moments a lot in
Holy
the commentary.
smokes.
If that's not a tournament moment, I don't know what is.
It's the tournament catch.
1 for 18
Easy.
of 2.1. Coley in at the crease.
Oh, and he's gone straight up the same shot this time. A little bit more onto the offside, and that'll be 4 runs. Played it a little bit better. But Bairstow, Joyce, he's got to feel a bit hard done by getting caught there. But wow, that is one of the all-time greats.
One of the great moments we've had the
Wow.
dick hit,
Oh,
box catch.
Oh, the box catch was definitely a highlight of season 2. Yes.
We've had the 28 off 8
Yes.
to win off the last ball. We've had the
Unreal.
4 buys off the last ball.
We've had the Hilton Cartwright over.
Yeah, we've had everything.
We've had everything.
That is right up there in the moments.
Phase shifting catches. But we haven't had a catch quite like that, as this one's swept to the boundary by Virat Kohli. 1 for 30 now, looking to press the matter.
I still can't believe
can't
that
get over
catch.
it. That's one of the
Kohli
all-time
8
greats.
from 2. He is gonna. It's looking
He's
very likely
You think
this
it's
is
going to be
a
a captain's knock? All right.
Let's see how it pans out.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
great
run there.
bowling. Great bowling. Well, they've given him the leg side there, like cow corner area, sort of almost teasing and trying to see if they can't get a miss hit and it go out to long on instead. Oh, I was going
another
to say,
wrong-un.
he's
Back
going to
to
be
back.
playing against the spin, but 2 wrong-uns in a row now. Rahul Shah. He's keeping it fresh.
Fresh and so fresh and so
fresh
clean.
and so clean.
No one behind square on the
There
leg
it
side.
is.
You
See,
can see
that's the
Coley
shot.
trying to do it, but he's still picked the gap.
Yeah.
This is
gonna
going to
run
run away
away.
for 4.
Yeah,
and
on the
again,
carpet.
this boundary is sponsored by KP Tilt Trays.
Oh.
If you need your tray tilted, you better believe it's KP.
That's right.
Now, Bumrah given a second over here, again, leaving Pat Cummins for probably during the simulation. Cries for catch it, but
That is
he's
as
gone the
straight
long
a
handle.
drive as it gets. Look at that. That's, wow. What a shot.
David Miller. Now, the Dogs of Waugh, despite the miraculous wicket, they have gone on with it here, Luke,
Yeah.
looking to
Head
really
over the
assert
ball.
their dominance before the simulation.
Yeah.
1 for 34. They are well on track to cause the upset, the boil
This
over.
would be an absolute boil over. Yeah, it's a dot ball there. Yeah, Tim, this has got the makings of it. It sure does, but they've got to get through the simulation. It's always very important, part of this competition. And but by the same token, he's got to be there. He's got to get there. So it's a risk reward, for David Funky Miller here, and he's still just not sure where middle is. He's still just working that out.
Figuring it out, but he's 19 off 10. He's got the green light.
Yeah,
He's
so
ready to go.
chops down on that one, and it's stopped there at point.
A lot of teams buy into the mantra of the momentum shift in the 5th over before the simulation. It seems to be a more increasing sort of analytic style tactic.
Yeah. Oh, how was that not taken some part of the bat as it zings through the inside edge?
And that was definitely a quicker ball
Yes.
from Bumrah. So
He's
he
finding
is
form.
finding his form, finding his
Yep.
tune.
All right, that's
Last
fine.
ball here of the 4th over.
Oh, shot.
Great
Jeez,
shot.
that's a big...
and
it's
that's
6.
And again, that boundary is
Wow.
sponsored by KP Tilt Trays, proud sponsors of Simulated Online Cricket Cup. And
That's a great
Shahar, he's going round the wicket here to Kohli for the 3rd over.
And a wrong-un. And he's picked the wrong-un, and
that's just terrible.
that's poor bowling. So he's bowling around the wicket,
At the legs.
At the legs, wronging. It's all leg side.
No
and Coley's-
protection.
no protection. Coley's good enough.
With the Mr. F, mate, it's
Yeah.
just bang, bang,
Mr.
bang.
F.
Coley 16 from 6. This is the
This has
fifth
got boil over written all over it. He's gone it again. This time. Oh!
Off the glove, slip, just unable to get
Oh,
over to the ball. It went
jeez.
straight over Tim Payne's head.
Wow. Not much does these days. Oh, he's
Well, he's thrown
overcompensated
Well,
from that.
I don't mind that tactic.
You reckon that's better? Well, it is better.
Throw it out, give it a bit of flight, and say, this is the 5th over. You want to take that risk, you go
good
for
call. Try and see if we can
it. Jag
get
a
a,
wicket here
get a
before
catch
the
at first
simulation.
slip.
Yeah, that's much
That's a
better
better ball.
delivery. Just again, pitching outside leg, but enough spin to put him in
Work
two
it back.
minds. Do I play it leg side? Do I play it offside? Do I get a leading edge?
Yeah.
Really good delivery there. From
Let's blow the
Chahal.
whole thing down.
Let's break it down.
Oh,
Yeah, probably just wanted a little bit more fuller, but
Yep.
the idea is there. Create that leading edge. If Coley wants to flick it, and again, a heavy offside field, you expect this to be pitching on
would
leg
have
stump
to.
at worst, and it's terrible.
it's not, but there's got little protection there.
Wow.
Virat Kohli missing out.
And this
That's
is
a
the
poor
last
ball.
ball. Only 4 runs
Yeah.
off this over. Last ball. Dogs are 1 for 44 here.
We question the tactic. Well, there you go. That's 6 runs. Yes, it's into the boundary fence. The rope. 6 runs off the last ball.
And a hove.
A hove, ladies and gentlemen, a hove. We see the curvature of the earth in the background there. The big Pat Cum. We're missing Pat Cum, obviously, into the simulation, but good to see he's getting his opportunity to bowl in the midsection.
In the midsection. Great.
In the
Well said.
midsection.
That brings us to the simulation as we get Michael Vilkins in. Michael, who is today's simulation sponsors?
Today's simulation sponsors is Sporting Woods Podcast with a round I like to call New Idea.
Oh,
Okay.
I found it in a doctor's waiting room. New idea. Basically, I'm going to pitch you a new segment for Sporting Woods.
All right.
So,
What do you got?
some of them are great. Some of them are... Look, I'll start off with like one I'm shaking.
Come on, pitch
Okay,
it.
shake
Okay,
it. Start with
this
the
one's
shaky
called I'd Like to Buy a Vowel.
one. Okay.
And basically, one of you picks a vowel and one of you picks a consonant. Right? So, Luke, if you think of a vowel and Tim, you think of a consonant,
Yep.
then we will say them and then we will think up a sports term using those initials.
Okay.
I'd like to buy a vowel. So, Luke, what is your vowel?
I'm going to go with A.
And Tim, consonant?
X.
So, thanks, Tim. So, an A and an X, or an
Tim's
X and
not
an
playing
A,
fun.
or AX, XA. For example, UB might be Usain Bolt.
AX.
Might be...
A xylophone.
I think I found a flaw in the plan.
Well, who's
They're not all
fault's
going
that,
to be.
Tim?
They're not all going to be great ones.
Okay.
Well, but
The next ones are great. That was the weakest one. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Good.
All right. All right.
Build
We'll
up
move
and
into that.
have
We'll
the
move
best
into that.
idea for the grand final.
Maybe not. Maybe no. Maybe not. I'd like to buy a vowel.
All right. Good
Could
to
be
know.
fun. Could be fun.
We'll try it again some stage.
Now,
Or
Luke-
listen to Sporting Woods podcast. You
to
might find out.
Luke, your thoughts on the first 5 overs of this semi-final run chase?
Dogs had to go hard, and they did, Tim. I mean, it took a brilliant catch. One of the all-time greats. I didn't know that this game had it in it to be able to create such a moment.
Horizontal.
Absolutely horizontal. One of the all-time greats. So it took that to get him there. Virat and David, they both look strong and in form. This could be a giant boil over. If the Dogs can make it through to the finals, who knows what happens, Tim?
It's incredible. They're 50 from
Unreal.
their first 5 overs. I think if either one of them is still there after the simulation, we are going to see a boil over. It's exciting. This is semi-finals cricket. There is nothing else to do,
bring it
nothing
in.
else to say.
Bring it home,
Luke,
Tim.
begin the second semi-final simulation.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Huge.
Oh,
Game's back on.
1 for 137.
This is over. 35?
from 30.
Oh, it's close, but
Joe Denley given a chance here to be the
the
hero.
big Dens, he's bowled well.
An interesting tactic change we saw in Dane O's Dogs of Waugh, sponsored by RSC Electrical, the Hove. Michael's gone from the executive suite. off to get another mimosa. It looks bottomless. It looks bottomed.
Bottoms. Oh,
We
what
saw
a shot.
Mitchell Stark bowl in the first over post simulation for Dogs of Waugh. They've gone a different tactic here. The low-key
Scenes.
Alpha Kings. And Virat Kohli obliges. He goes bang. 4 runs.
4 runs there. This is not what the bookies had, Tim.
Absolutely not. OSBC might go broke after this one.
Oh, that's missed everything going through
But
the
one
keeper.
thing we can't do is count out the revolution.
No. No, the low-key alphas are never out of this, and this is going to be just the 1 run out in the deep to Virat Kohli.
I also want to see
Yes.
how many overs Pat Cummins bowled.
Yes.
How many overs did Boomerang end up bowling? Because if they've saved it for the end, this will get very, very interesting.
It's very juicy. Look at that field. Oh, he's flung that outside off stump, and it's worked. Just the dot there. 30 off 25 required. This could go down to it, Tim.
I think we're going
This
to
could
see
go
a
down
final
to it.
over finish here.
Here we go. And another dot ball. Oh, Dogs fans out there, do not change your set.
Your internet.
Your internet. That's right.
do not
Don't
change-
change it from YouTube.
Don't change your apps.
Oh my god.
As we see Dawson,
Dawson.
look, after the catch, he's gone for it.
Oh, that's a poor ball. Poor ball. That'll be 4. That's a pressure relieving shot there. 26 off 23 now for the win. And those Spanks, whatever they're called. Sparks?
What did he say?
I don't know. Let's get Michael
back in.
Oh my
No,
god, he's still not there.
He's trying to find someone to fill up his bottomless mimosa.
How did only Michael?
Oh, no. Coley. He's gone
King
back foot
Coley.
over the top. And that boundary brought to you by KP Tilt
Oh, he's
Trays.
shaking heads.
If you need your tray tilted, you make it KP.
You need KP. There's a couple of bloody consonants in a row, Tim.
Oh, KP.
KP.
I don't want to mention the KP that I'm thinking about. But Coley just had all 3 stumps available there to be hit. And did enough.
Oh, that's a better ball. Well, it's a worse shot.
Yeah, I think
that's
that
better.
might be the
That's better way of looking at it. It's not a good ball. It was a bad shot. He's gone the whole hove there. And
no one behind square on the leg side, Luke. I'm very worried we're
you
going
think
to
he's
see
going
it
to
down
step
there.
in behind this again? Oh, he's gone the reverse on the leg stump. No ball. And there it is. We are almost at that magic number parity. 22 off 20 required, Tim. Oh,
It's
my
getting
God.
Close. A boundary here changes everything in this over.
And it's,
He's flicked it.
Flicked it. He's got it around the corner. They'll look to run 2, and they will get it. Will they run? A good throw here changes it. No. 2 runs there. 20 off 19 required. How much fun is watching these games when your team is not in it, Tim?
Oh, tremendous.
So much better.
The ETC and Mid Thanks will be watching this game.
Yeah, seeing what they can get
keen
out of the
eyes,
wicket.
yep.
Yeah. Hoping that either of these teams have played their grand final today, perhaps.
Well, I mean, this... I just can't stress this enough, how
Wow,
big
look
of
at
a
that.
boil
All
over
in the one
this would
spot. Look at that. He's managed to
be. There's
bowl.
definitely
That was a good
tactic
over.
there.
Yeah.
Just that one ball that went for 4. As Rashid...
Yeah, no, this is a good idea.
Yeah, I
Take
think...
the pace off it.
Yep, 100%.
Looking to try and get it. As we bring Michael back in, you haven't got that mimosa filled up, mate. Wasn't that what you were doing?
No, I've got myself a crown, but I apologise for my
What?
accent.
Sorry? A what? Sorry?
A tiara,
tiara?
tiara time twist top.
Very good. You better have that tiara. Pray to God you got that tiara. As we see, what were they? Spats? What's he wearing?
Spat chat.
A bit of spat chat. We're seeing the spat chat here. He spatulaed that. That was spatulaed.
Is that what it
That's
is?
it. That's it.
It was spatched.
Spatula.
He dispatched it. Oh, very good. That's
And
better, Tim. Well done.
Brings the
There it is.
magic,
The magic number's under.
under 1.
I can't believe this. Oh, chipped.
Who would have thought this at the top quarter of the game?
Yep, at
Mate.
the
Holy
first
moly.
simulation, there
Nobody
was
had this.
no chance. I thought we were looking at 200 from the Revolution. A great,
It was at 5 overs at the end. 15 to 20
and we
was
have seen the Revolution
something special.
be the best team in the competition in those overs 16 through 20. They've been
If it
shown a
happened-
lesson here.
This would be the first loss for
That's
the
it.
Revolution.
Yes.
for the
That's
entire
right.
They are
season. That's
undefeated
amazing.
all throughout the
Undefeated.
regular season. As mentioned before, the AGC pool, potentially a lot weaker than the other pools. They haven't been tried and tested. The Dogs of Waugh had a fairly good campaign, just unlucky to miss out in the final game.
Oh, he's
This
chipped
is
this
gone.
straight
Oh,
up
no.
in the air. This is going to be caught. Veer, it's
Bang.
gone.
Wow.
Huge implications.
What a moment here. Rashid gets the money man and Virat Kohli
What an
gone
awful shot.
in what has to be described as
Oh,
the
no.
worst shot this season.
Yeah, that's definitely the most pathetic. That's the limp dick shot of the game of the season.
Has he
Unbelievable.
lost it for the Dogs?
Well,
Has the Dogs lost their lead? Some dog gear for you there.
Thanks to Imagine Brewing with their Tiara Time
right.
twist top.
hey, run out of them. Somehow you've managed to unbottom the bottomless. But now you got the giant. You got the bottomless. Oh wow!
Miller with the inside edge. Oh, that
13
would've
off
been-
13.
Oh, this is going to come down to the wire. Who's
Just
that
when
warming
you
up in the
thought.
background?
Just when you thought,
It
Tim.
was over. The low-key Alpha Kings are back.
Chipped onto the leg side there. It's going to be a one bounce into the man. Just the one run, 12 off 12. But the Funky Miller man, the Funky Miller man is on strike. And that is what the big bum, given his
So
last
Boomerang
over.
given a chance here.
Bum 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 bum
Bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum. That's a
Nice for catch it. Oh, he almost got there. Now, Luke, who's going to bowl the 20?
Oh! Which we will just have to have a quick think about. That 4 runs could be the different maker.
Yep.
Now looking
Wow,
back at it,
yes.
that could absolutely change
Have
this
the
game.
Revolution thrown their own...
Oh, he's nicked it behind.
I almost can't take this.
It's getting
11 from
intense.
10.
It is getting intense. Who's going to bowl that last over, Luke? Does Cummins have another over,
Well,
or will we see
I don't know.
Rashid?
I
Maybe
think
Rashid.
thematically it should be pain. That'd be a nice little boat.
Oh, mate.
Wrap a bow in that,
Oh, jeez.
you dirty dog.
Anyway.
How's the mistress?
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
oh.
That was too much. That was too much.
Oh, boo. Sorry.
All right, 10 from 9 remaining. The magic number gone
Here we
back
go.
over 0. Oh, and that's moved off the deck.
No.
That ball
Dot ball.
shifted off the
That
deck.
did. That was a whip.
And if there was anyone that could have caught it above his head, it was Boomer there, but still too high.
LA Ice.
LA, I mean, again, let's take the time to thank all the sponsors of the Revolution and Dogs of War, RSC Electrical, the whole. Huawei, again, proud sponsors.
Walked away from the
Walked away
ETC.
Yep, but, you know, they're going to...
Oh,
and
what
a
a-
direct
what a
hit.
ball.
I mean, the intensity just
So that's 9
keeps
from 7.
increasing,
The
not-
Revs might take this,
This-
at this point. This is
Potentially.
getting...
This could be.
Yes.
This could go either way.
And also thanks to the
Unbelievable.
Raspberry Racers, Scat Bros, LA Ice, Dunlop, Ben Shapiro's show.
Yep. That's where you're
Bolter Beer on board.
Oh, great ball.
delivery.
Great delivery.
Oh,
Is he going to
good.
beat the man? This will be big if he can beat it. It cannot be. They're going to run back
Oh,
for 2.
no.
A throw to the wrong. Oh,
That's all right.
That
you
was
know,
all right.
That
They needed
saved
that, though.
2 runs.
7
Yeah.
from 6.
And I did say this before.
Oh
the
my
fielding,
god.
and
Adil Rashid given the ball.
7
Virat
from 6
Kohli.
in the last over. The winner
It's a dot ball.
through to the grand final here. 7 from 5. Can Rashid be the hero for the
Oh,
Revolution?
my word.
The low-key Alpha Kings, the heavy favoured team here. The undefeated team.
Get through by the
Everything
skin
on
of
the
their
line
ball
here.
sack.
Oh,
Oh, they're going to run through.
Just the one.
But that takes Funky Miller off strike.
Just the one is not enough.
Just the one's
so
not
that'd
going to
be
do it.
6 off 4. One shot would do it, Luke.
4 runs, 4 overthrows. They're going to be sitting up thinking about those for quite some time. Oh, shot.
Oh, my
That's
word.
4
Wow.
runs.
6.
That's
It's 6. They
It's
won the
over.
game.
Oh, my,
It's
it's
They
over.
won it. The Dogs have done it.
The Dogs
oh,
have
and
done
he's
it.
tapped it. Look at the low-key alpha. Wow.
What a clap
Wow.
back. The
Wow.
low-key alpha moment of the year.
Shot.
Saha, cometh the hour, cometh the man. And the Dogs
They
of
got it
War
through.
have done
The
it.
Dogs are through, ladies and
They
gentlemen.
have defeated the Revolution. The Revolution are undefeated no more. And the Dogs of War
Wow.
will face the winner of El Tigre Chinos or Mid Thanks
Cinderella
Sir.
story for the Dogs of War.
Fantastic.
Absolutely incredible.
That's great.
And to bring it up with a 6, those 4 overthrows, you know, they'll be talking about that for a long time.
They
But
won't worry about him anymore, Timmy.
read about it.
Don't
in the
worry about
papers
it.
tomorrow.
That's just newspaper for the fish tomorrow, mate, because it is Dogs time.
Unbelievable scenes at the Sporting Woods Superdome. And it's a resounding 8-wicket victory. It seems like that on paper, but
Oh, mate.
Virat Kohli, we thought he might have given it away
He nearly did.
with one of the worst shots in the history of simulated online cricket. Watch
Here we
this
go.
catch.
Oh, unsighted. He has just dived and thrown hands out and prayed.
Unbelievable.
That's one of the all-time greats.
The Revolution will be ruining those chances in both post-simulation segments, something they really focused on in the regular season and were unable to capture any of that form.
Yep.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
You've got to
I
be
cannot
unhappy
believe
if
it.
you're a Revs fan.
Oh, look.
This can't be a nice day for
Well,
you.
they should have taken that. They had their opportunities, and poor bowling, especially this over on Virat, led to that they're in a potential. They started well, but it was that back end. That over. It wasn't even they started well. This is the second third over.
No,
it started poor.
Yeah, and they were 1 for 50 off 5 overs, the Dogs of Waugh. So you'd have to question the tactics. Shahar obviously worked in the regular season. Pat Cummins didn't see a lot of him.
Yes.
So, the tactic of using him in the middle overs didn't really work here. No wickets lost. But again, the Revolution falls short despite being one of, if not the best teams on paper
It's the
for the
second third year running, of course.
Well, as always shown in simulated online cricket, it's not just what's on the paper, it's what's on the pitch. That
well
counts.
Said. Well
Couldn't
said,
have
Michael.
said it better myself.
All right. Well, that just
Let's
about
just get
wraps
it.
up
Let's
the
just get it.
Game
highlights.
sponsor Kufk.
Kufk, the big Kufk.
Now, we've got to award a Big Dick Energy Man of the Match.
Oh, geez.
Careful now.
Careful now. Hard to really give someone one. I think it has to be Kohli, or do you give it to
Dawson
the
for the
Funk?
catch.
I mean, Dawson for the catch.
That was a big dick energy player of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on. I mean,
despite the fact
His
he
team
went
went-
for like
where did the bowling go? Sorry, I'll bring it
Dawson
back.
went for
Cummins did
38
well. He
off
had an
three.
extra over in his arsenal.
and they chose Rashid
They went
over
Rashid.
Cummins. I mean, that's a terrible decision. You'd have to question what the big hard dick
Well,
was
he hadn't
thinking
taken
about
any
that.
overs either, but none for 22 off his 3. Looks pretty good. But Adil had,
Yeah.
Look, they'll be thinking about it for another season, Tim.
Yep.
They'll be thinking about it. But I reckon just for that moment, and I know that it didn't go on for it, but big time plays. What a catch. An unsighted, didn't even see it.
Horizontal dive
dive.
at the boundary.
Come on. It doesn't get any cooler than that.
All right, Liam
I'm going to give it
Dawson.
to Liam Dawson.
The, big
The
dick
man who I
energy
shit
player
on
of
at the
match.
start for not having a cool name. Well, he's got a cool set of hands.
That's right. That's right.
Damn right.
All right.
Well, that brings us to an end. Oh, wow, that was great. I'm super happy that we got to watch this, and you at home got to enjoy it as well. As we see the Dogs of Waugh go through
They
to
are
the grand final.
What an upset victory. One of the all-time great upsets in the history of simulated online cricket.
Fucking huge.
But we now look forward to the grand final rematch and the grand final qualifier between the El Tigre Chinos and the Mid-Thanks Sir. Luke, have you got any early predictions in this matchup?
Look, I mean, a fool goes against the 2-time winners.
The dynasty in the making.
Yeah, if the 3, I mean, 2's great, but most people say, well, 2's all right. Anyone can go twice.
But what a great story it would be for Mid-Thanks to meet the Dogs in the finals.
It would be. It's
history
the
of both
redemption
teams.
underdogs. Yeah, it would definitely be a. What's the word? A conscientious objector. It'd be a conscientious objector's favorite outcome. We want to see two new teams observer go into the finals. That would be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, a crazy man goes against the ETC.
Yeah,
especially
who
seeing
dares?
for you and I, Michael. I mean, our teams were beaten by this team. You want to get beaten by the best.
Yes.
So yeah. I'd have to say at this stage, ETC looks strong, but the MTS, they got themselves in there. They bought their ticket.
Very
Anything's
polite
a chance.
team.
Very polite team. Very good. Yeah. No towel slaps in the showers.
No. But
None of that?
I just mean like thank yous and
Ah,
sirs.
P's and Q's?
P's and Q's. Make sure you
absolutely.
mind your P's and Q's.
All right.
Well,
Well,
that does us. Let's have a look at the quick stats, I guess, but there's nothing really to look at.
Quick stats.
hashtag quick stats. Let's have a look at
Hashtag
the leading
Virat
run scorers in the
spats.
final series. It's
Quick
Virat
spats.
and the Funk for the Dogs of Waugh wicket takers. one apiece for a bunch of people there. It doesn't really matter at this stage.
No, not quite yet. Let's find out tomorrow night when the semi-final is played between the ETC and the MTS. I'm Luke Gold. This is Tim Stanton. We've got Michael Vilkins in the executive lounge.
Smash that like button.
Oh, yeah. With the two-iron stinger.
Two-iron stinger, Rick Shields is
Rick Shields is back. We will see you then. And for now, good night.
Good night.
Can you finger gun for me, Mike?
Point my fingers and do the twist.